Alright, my record button works, so I'm now recording. So I have Azure Alliance here, and Dwarven Viking, even though he uses weird names online.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I got...
I just have to make sure that it doesn't... What is this shit? Like, Azure has taken over everything. Are you the Hitler of SimCity?
Yeah. Suffice to say, there's plenty of inspiration on this map for you to earn your 10 million simoleons in 4 years. Literally every spec in the game except one is represented somewhere on the map.
I mean, this is just... I'm scared to even step foot here. You will be flying a blue flag with yellow symbols soon enough.
SKS, since you're the home team here, you have your choice of whatever these two remaining plots are.
Oh, how merciful of you, Master.
Cowrie Cove.
Can I like click on them to see what they have? There we go.
Yeah, click on the plot and you can see how much water and...
No oil! George Bush would not be happy about this.
It sounds like a fracking problem.
Well, that one has lots of coal. That could be like Kentucky.
Without the horses.
Or the bluegrass.
Or whiskey.
Or the fried chicken.
No, not whiskey, never mind.
So this is the crime one. So I've got to build a city and have it protected by crime? Is that the goal of this?
The goal is for you to not get screwed over by the over 1,000 regional criminals while still trying to earn a lot of money. Mistralis is the gambling city nearby, which will be eating your soul. And the other city, Enforcer Ridge, is my take on a city that has to deal with regional crime.
Woo, crime.
Lots of crime.
So every minute the payday crew's gonna be busting into my harvest and trusty bank.
Alright, I will take this one.
Okay, and Lord Bertimus, I will be getting you your invite in a moment.
Yay.
Can I just hit abandon and give up now?
Come on, SKS. You're more of a man than this.
Man. Oh, you're a man.
Okay, Bertimus, you should have your invite now.
All these different names. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, if I could, I would, but yeah, EA, thank you. It's like pulling teeth if you want to change your name.
Hey, I've had that problem with YouTube, and those little kids took my name, so...
Yeah.
They were like, we come up with SKS because it's our initials.
They were probably fans of the gun from like Counter-Strike or something.
Okay, SKS is in Nautilus Plateau, the flat map. Bertimus will be on Cowrie Cove, the coastal map.
Ooh.
Good luck to all. The
Yes.
criminals start eating your soul on March 15th. It's now January of year 1, so you have 2 days to bring some back.
Oh, that sounds great.
Where is my invite?
Petting goats. That just sounds terrible.
It's still North America West 3, right?
Yeah.
It's
Come on, Dwarven.
I am not.
I've robbed banks with you before. You're better than this.
Yes.
Actually, no, you're not. Go through the door. What was that glass? I went through the window.
What was this? What was it? The jewelry store again.
What is all this shit? This is available. I don't care, EA. I'm not buying any more of your shit.
No, that's online, friends. Where is my invite? You have no team.
Invites should appear once you're in the game in Nod 3.
Oh, I can't
invites
pause
are
it.
under the,
No.
Pause button is tilde on your keyboard, and then the speed controls are just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I've got the
Okay, there we
envelope,
go.
and it says
I was trying to let him connect. Does it even matter? How did they balance this to where I could have like super speed going and somebody else in the region has slow on?
The thing is with that is that you don't all have to play at the same pace. Like some of my cities are on like year 12 right now, and they'll all sync up. The unlocks sync in real time, but you can play at whatever pace you like yourself. Now, if you're doing research, then that can really screw your neighbors over because they want to go faster. But in this situation, you can play at whatever pace you want. Since you don't have to unlock anything. Everything's already unlocked to you by all my cities.
Well, yes, I can see your city in the horizon. It is terrifying.
Let me see. Maybe if I exit SimCity, would that work?
I see another city in the horizon. That's even more terrifying.
Yeah, I think you'll see my cities no matter which direction you look at.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Aliens have landed, and they put really tall buildings everywhere. And these bridges are not safe. I would not cross these bridges.
A bridge too far.
Okay, Robert Redford, thank you for that.
If you're really bored, if you go into... I think you get to by clicking the three boxes toward the bottom left of your screen. You can zoom in on the other cities and see what spec they are. And you can also look inside them. Like, you could, if I hadn't told you, you could have figured out for yourself that Mistralis is going to eat your soul of crime. Just if you looked at it, you would see lots of casinos, and casinos spawn lots of criminals.
Get Grimmeth's guards. Halt.
So are you going to sit here and like watch us while we're building things?
I'm currently logged into Azure Age Overlook, which is on the other side of the rail bridge, and I'm going to be playing that city for the time being. So I can't see what you're doing, but
good.
I'm sure I'll be able to see what you're doing later, and it will be hilarious.
What is this? Oh, this is that auto where it'll draw the roads. Should I trust that or not?
Depends on which kind of road you're drawing. The guidelines are trustworthy when you're drawing along the edges of the map, like by those white dotted lines on the boundaries.
Yes.
But when you're drawing from avenue to a street distance, that line is not trustworthy. Instead, you should go city, parks, nature, tall tree row, plop that on an avenue, and that spacing is the correct spacing for an avenue to street spacing.
All right, city, parks, and which one now?
Nature. And then tall tree row, or short tree row. They're both the same length. And that's kind of your meter stick when you're trying to draw an avenue, and when you're trying to draw a street next to an avenue.
Okay. Or
an avenue next to a street. Same difference. Now, the guidelines are trustworthy when you're trying to draw a street next to a street.
I'm sure this will turn out wonderful no matter what I do.
Yeah, if you're really clueless, go visit Enforcer Ridge, and you can get lots of hints on what you should be doing from that.
I refuse. I know everything. I am the king of gaming. I have never messed up in my life.
Okay.
And if you're actually looking for a city that makes money, you could look at Mistralis. Spam casinos yourself.
Now see, here's one thing I don't get. In trying to build this, you're like, the tall tree row. Well, it built the roads. If I bulldoze, it won't be the right size. So, I don't think their measurements work out. I'm mad at them.
You can hold down shift, and that will make roads draw straight. And if you're trying to zone really fast, hold down control while you click the zoning, and that will zone the whole thing. in whatever color zoning you're trying to make. Also, control bulldoze is a thing, but you really should pay attention to what the game is going to bulldoze, otherwise that can lead to some pretty epic fails. You can bulldoze things you don't mean to, because that control bulldoze will go a ways. Bertimus, are you in?
Yes, I am. I had to log out, then come back, then it showed that I had a invite, so...
Okay.
Yep.
And I see you on the horizon.
Yep. Considering a good chunk of land is waterfront, it's not bad, but it's not great.
Nice thing about water is that it gives you more options. You can ship out goods on cargo ships, which are the best way, and you can spam cruiser docks. And water also spawns water that your city will drink.
Okay.
So you can put a bunch of
Construction complete. International airport. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was from Mistralis, and that was done with that. And now you just have it.
Woo!
So you get some more tourists.
Oh my god, there's too many indicators. I don't want to build anything. Let me go home.
You can never go home, SKS. Never.
It keeps asking me. Stop it. Stop
What's
it
it asking?
right now.
I'm controlling that.
Screw this doing it the right way. I'm going to go around and spy on everybody. Look at Dwarven, you cheater. You already got houses.
Well, pardon me.
And I come here and it's like, hey, international airport, you want to go back? I cannot escape the international airport.
Yep, it's there forever.
It's like you want to visit somebody. Nope. Come look at our motherfucking airport. Alright, let's actually try to build something now.
Last night when I was playing this region, the alloy price was almost 60k. Now it's 43k. I am not amused, EA.
My roads are all like cattywampus right now.
And you gotta hold down shift when you draw your roads.
No, like when I made them, they were fine. Now that I'm back, they're all like overlapped and it doesn't even make sense.
Woo! International airport. Huzzah! Cut the ribbon.
I'm gonna take a peek at your city, SKS.
Just don't.
It's good.
just stop right there.
So
Let's see here. You've got 38 cash, and your roads look just fine. They're not zoned, but that's okay.
Well, when I deleted the roads, when I loaded back in, they looked really bad. They were all messed up.
Yeah, I see a problem with them. It looks like you, when you were trying to extend them a little bit of the way, you missed the end point of the road that was already there. So you basically have a road segment next to a road segment.
Ridiculous. Alright, I think I've got it worked out.
Also on the one that's closest to your entrance, your highway entrance, you have a density change. You've got some medium density street, and then you drew another section of low density street on the end of that. That's an intersection, which shouldn't be there, so you should fix that. In the roads tool, press R and you can get the upgrade.
I think I already did. Okay, yeah. They all get uniform now.
When you're visiting a city, it's like a snapshot. You get
Oh,
a
okay.
fixed image of whatever is there. If the player is making changes, you can't see them unless a certain amount of time goes by, and I don't know how much time that is.
Ooh, free money.
So how can you look? I know there's a way to go back and look at what resources you have.
Mm-hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7 on your keyboard, SKS. And the game will show you where your stuff is. Usually you want to check the wind and the water first before you build anything, because if you blow smoke over your sims, they will be unamused, especially if they're medium wealth or high wealth. Low wealth doesn't really care. They'll still get sick, but they won't complain. Like, if you take Azure Age Overlook, for example, you'll see 18 smelting factories, and those are all heavy polluters, but the city is set so that so their smoke just blows off the edge of the map and not onto all the mega towers full of where the Sims are living.
So should I go coal or oil?
Oil is worth more, but if you combine, actually,
I have oil on my
both
map,
those-
though, I think.
Okay, both those cities already exist in the region, so you can look at, you can compare prices, but what you should know is that, for every, 1 oil that goes into a refinery, you get 2 plastic. So basically, you should double the, whatever the price of plastic is when you're making a decision on what you should produce. And you can get price checks by looking at somebody else's trade port in when you visit them. The Metal City is Azure Age Overlook by the bridge, and way on the other side of the map is the Oil City, which I made, and I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Port Indigo. No, it's Cape Indigo, sorry.
That should ease some traffic, I hope.
To check the month, click the clock at the bottom left corner next to the speed controls and the pause button. That way you can see what month it is. Cities are usually over by year 3 or 4. Past that, and you're usually bulldozing whatever you had before and making something new. Whether or not that's a good idea really depends on what shape your city is in.
So snap points just mean you have to have a road there before you build something, right?
Yeah. Just about almost everything is built on a road. About the only thing that isn't are trees. Which, if you have pollution, if you go into parks, nature, and then plant forest, the trees will try to fight the pollution, but it's really slow going. And if you're constantly making new pollution, the trees will just die.
Yeah.
And everything else plops on a road.
Whoa, how did I get so much money?
I probably sent it to you a while ago from Astralis. How much did you get?
It's about over $500,000.
Okay, check your budget, and on the right side of your budget screen, it'll say
Okay, gift.
it'll say recent transactions. How much is it?
Yeah, $500,000.
Okay, I'll go over in the interest of fairness. I will go over to Astralis and send SKS 500,000.
Oh, you're almost... Yeah, it's a small way to go, SKS. Much appreciated, thank you. I can go ahead and plop some things down I would not be able to earlier.
Usually a good early thing to is a fast sewage plant, so you don't have to deal with as much pollution, and you get clean water into the water table.
Yeah.
If you because water will run out if you don't recharge.
Of course.
But Bert knows that because he's played before, but on SKS, it's probably new to him.
Yeah. So let me get that. Go ahead. that down first. Are you kidding me? Might have to move that, yes.
It's been a while since I've played SimCity, so I have to like really sit there and think out things.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel too bad. Last one I played was SimCity 2000. That's old.
Okay, SKS sent the money, so it should be there in a couple minutes.
I have traffic!
Already? Traffic already? How can... You know what, I'm not even gonna ask. Don't even ask, I'm just going to accept the fact that SKS has traffic already, which is... mind-blowing.
What is this, Illuminati symbol? What's this person? Mayor SKS. I'm really enjoying life here. We have a diverse city, well I've got to fix that. Oh, he wants a mosque. I see who you are now, Osama bin Laden.
Give him the Church of the Bomb instead. Oh wait, isn't it the same thing?
A house of worship.
Houses of worship are under city spec culture worship. City spec.
Now, does that commit me towards something? Is that one of the?
No, you just
No, you just plop it and it's there and it prevents disasters from hitting important things. Until you bulldoze it, in which case a disaster will hit something important right away because you've pissed off the power that was.
Let's see. Zones, power, water, sewage, waste, fire, health. What's it under?
City spec is the shield icon at bottom left.
Okay.
And those are all that each of those icons there are each of the different specializations you can do. Houses of worship are under culture, which is the camera.
A modern temple. That's Scientology.
Yeah. That's the Temple to Cain from the Command and Conquer series because it's got a big Tiberium crystal on the top of it.
That's the Sims plumb bob. But yeah, that is made out of Tiberium though.
Fun fact, Cain Tiberium is actually a tier 3 high-tech industry building you can get. It's just another factory, but they put lots of joke names in the in building names, especially in the commercial and industrials. And the ones that aren't jokes, they're usually named after Maxis devs. Like one of the French buildings you can get is I don't know what it is, but it had Maxis Guillaume's name in it.
They also like llamas.
Yeah, lots of llamas.
Let's see. So I'm guessing you should build your town hall as soon as possible?
In this case, you should not build the town hall at all, because how town hall works is that you get the town hall, and then as your population goes up, you can add on departments to it, which give you unlocks, like the Department of Utilities lets you build sewage plants. The thing is, I've already unlocked everything, including the government, so for you to have a government as well is just wasting your money. In other words, I rule your city.
No!
And if I were feeling really mean, I would turn off the government, but I'm not going to do that because it would screw over all my cities as well. One of the other important departments is the Department of Safety, which unlocks police precincts. And there's no way you could possibly want a police precinct in this map, SKS. No way at all. You don't even have to worry about that.
Yes, I already know. I already know that part.
Usually when you're starting off, you need power, water, sewage in turn 1, which is January of year 1. Then you want garbage and garbage, fire, health, and police in turn 2, which is February. And that's kind of that's how the grouping of your icons in the city bar is. Basically, you need to goes from left to right, and each of the little gaps is a different turn. So you usually don't get education until turn 3, and maybe even later. And some specs can go without any education at all. You'll really piss off your neighbors with regional crime, but it's not your problem, is it?
Yep, the only thing I didn't get going was the sewer thing, which upsets me.
You might be able to buy some sewage treatment capacity from somebody else. You click click sewage, and then...
As much as I think people like me, I don't think anybody wants my shit.
Thing is, with excess sewage capacity, other cities are already paying for it, but they're not getting any use out of it. And if you buy a neighbor's utilities, that gives them some money back. So it cuts their cost a little to do regional utilities. So to get any regional utility, you can go into region view and then click whichever utility you want, sewage in this case, and then a list of whichever cities have sewage available will show up. And then you click buy, and then the excess sewage goes up the highway to their city. You can also get water or power from neighbors as well.
Man, they made it to where you really had to depend on other things, didn't they?
No, you don't have to depend on... The city can be entirely self-sufficient if it has to be. Enforcer Ridge is self-sufficient. It has all its own power, water, sewage. Police, fire, medical, everything. They really emphasize the region game in this version because it's online. And having regional stuff lets you interact with other people. That's where the multiplayer comes in. Of course, you can do it all on your own if you really want to play a game for a long time, which is what I did in this region.
Ding dong.
The witch is dead.
Presidential.
Stop asking for things. I don't want to give it to you.
Now, it depends. What day is it, SKS?
It's January year 1.
Okay, then just power, water, sewage. Tomorrow, or the day after, you're going to want to get garbage and fire. Because right now your Sims are idiots and they will start lighting their own houses on fire just out of stupidity.
Well, that sounds like where I'm from.
No, and that's how they make education useful. Educating buildings, there's less crime and they don't use as much power and water and sewage.
I've only got 400 people, but I want to build a pro stadium.
Oh no, that'd be so stupid.
You would have more people in attendance than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's all that would matter.
That would never work.
Stop telling me what will make my city work.
Good boss me.
Oh man, I hate you roads. How come... Cannot create a valid road end? What the fuck?
It's either an intersection too close to another intersection, or you've got the densities wrong.
Yeah.
Whenever a road changes density, then that makes an intersection as well.
Well, I'm sure it's my fault somehow.
That's the adult response.
Yeah. The other thing is you could try, maybe you're trying to draw a road up a cliff, I can't tell. But
no, it's flat, so...
thing is you can draw roads through cliffs and have tunnels and bridges and things like that.
Oh my.
Press M or N while you're drawing a road and you can get fancy bridges or tunnels. Doesn't work as well when you're on sea level though, because tunnels under sea level tend to flood, which is why the game won't let you do that.
Oh no.
And you have a bunch of drowned Sims, which is not something EA wants you to do, which is why they took out pools from The Sims 4, and a lot of people complained about that.
I thought they're just lazy. Same with toddlers.
George's cheap and tasty burgers. That just sounds terrible.
Now with 100% rat meat. Only available in Kentucky.
This person's lying to themselves. I love my new house. You live in a trailer. I clearly see the hitch on the front of it.
Yes, it would be nice if we had a ferry moving across the water. It'd be nice if we had money. No, it's alright.
Oh, I have a cliff over here. My citizens can commit suicide if they need to.
No, I'm not building Omega Co. Why aren't they worshipping at the Church of the Bahama? So how about them local sports teams?
Local sports teams around here are doing good, and I hate it.
Not a fan of them?
Nope.
Seahawks are playing in an hour, but I'm not a football person, so whatever. Everybody else is loco for them.
I just like saying that just to say it.
Oh good lord, that's a house. Don't want to go through their houses.
I think you're getting a bit too attached, SKS.
I care for them.
I like it. I just put down the train, passenger train station. Yeah, and the people are already fussing that they can barely find a seat.
Yeah. The thing is with the trains here is that the train is connected to the airport, so your train station is probably full of tourists.
Yep. I'm gonna build that giant gnome.
Giant gnome?
Yes.
Giant gnomes!
The greatest thing ever. Of course, there's also Maxis Man, but...
Maxis Man is very disappointing. He's not very good at doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'd rather have another precinct than Max's man. Than the ground space he takes up.
I'm going to put him... Where should I put my gnome? I should put him by my solar power plant. Make people drive all the way uphill. And then they're gonna fuss at me for not having any hotels to stay at.
Yeah, just don't see next to it.
Yeah.
You're just evil. You know that?
Who is?
Make them drive up a hill.
Oh.
But I don't want to... Fine, I'll put it by the damn school.
Stralis has hotels. You'll have to pay a few $1,000s a night to stay at them, but there are hotels here.
Interesting.
The water tower. Oh, that's not the one. That's the people. We need a city hall to deal with our needs.
Who fought City Hall?
And the other thing City Hall does is it gives people a place to protest. So if you're really clueless, you could pop the City Hall anyway, and then when protesters show up, they'll tell you what's wrong.
Are you trying to tell me I'm clueless?
No.
I think you are. And you would be right.
Okay, I am. Sorry, SKS.
What is all this shit? Why do you have... If this town had an airport... Well, if this town had a fucking rainbow with unicorns flying out of it, we would be good too.
If you're really annoyed by this speech and thought bubbles, you can turn them off.
I wished I could say that there aren't any hotels. Are hotels a unique building?
Hotels zone commercial next to tourist attractions, and those commercial spots will build hotels there.
Well, my city says they do not wish to have commercial.
A city with no shopping at all.
It is totally flatlined on all commercial. They want industrial.
Well,
Why did it go?
industrial it shall be then. What industrial does, it produces freight, and that freight gets shipped to commercial buildings to keep the commercial buildings happy. You can run a city on no freight at all ever, but your commercial will complain, but they'll get over it. Most of my cities are, basically they're freight black holes because there's usually no industry to make freight.
You know what I miss? I miss... Do they have the little magnifying tool on this game? Where you could, like, click on something and it told you what it was?
What do you... there is a magnifying glass, if you, like, if you